like Valhalla, fucking hell. Oh my god.
Do you want to go on a mini rant? Yeah, just go on a mini
Yeah.
rant. Welcome in, everyone. How's it going? I am here now interviewing, talking to famous Twitch streamer SophieQuests. How's it going, Sophie? Welcome on in.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this. You are the first formal kind of interview that I've done this with, so I appreciate you agreeing to do this. We did an impromptu test with Ink Slime, and it went really well because Inky is a good dude, and so I appreciate you agreeing to do this. So. If you guys want to know kind of the premise of what's going on here, basically, I'm going to just ask questions of Sophie so that way you guys can get to know her, I can get to know her. And while we're doing that, I am playing a game that she picked out for me to play, and she picked out A Plague Tale Innocence. So, my first question for you is, why did you choose this game?
Well, this is like a sentimental game for me because this is like the first game that I played on Twitch where I had like more than 2 people talking to me.
Really?
Yes. So at the start of like COVID outbreak, I actually just like had this idea to stream Plague Tale and Black Death, everything. And I had like maybe about 10 people in my chat at that time, and it was like the first time where I had people actually wanting to learn about like this time period and discussing all the gruesome facts of the Black Plague, and it was just like what really turned everything around for me. So it's a sentimental thing, but also it's like it's a really great game. I just love games that are like tell a smaller intimate story. We've spoken about this before, like an intimate story within like a broader historical period. I love games like that. So.
Right. So the opposite of a certain game that you recently finished.
Exactly. Exactly. We won't mention that game.
No.
I think my chat is sick of it. So.
Yeah. All right. So let me go ahead and start it, but I'll keep asking questions as we play.
Yeah.
Should I do immersive or standard? I think let's do immersive. Let's immerse ourselves.
Yeah, immersion.
Yeah. Okay, so my first question, I guess it's not really a question, it's a kind of an opportunity for you to give me kind of an elevator pitch of you, your stream, your channel, your community, whatever. Like, basically, like, imagine me, you're in an elevator, and imagine a short 5'7" fat guy with a mustache comes up to you and says, "I can make you Twitch famous. I just need you to give me your elevator pitch."
Oh god, I would just completely fail that, but I'll give it a go. Here we go. I always say that, like, okay, I'm a historical based streamer, but really it all comes back down to like the fact that it's an archive for me. I collect historical based games, and I analyze them and like look into different parts of the game, whether it's like a figure or an event or an item that pops up throughout the game that I want to learn more about and kind of discuss that with viewers. I think it's like that's the most important thing for me with my community, is not coming from like a top-down kind of approach where I'm like, this is history and you must know this very specific part. And for me, it's more so like I'm on equal footing with viewers, and it's a discussion. And it's not so much like teaching history, it's also discussing how games are presenting history. I think that's like the most fascinating topic to me, is just to see how developers are actually putting like a media such as games out there and representing the past. So that is kind of like the crux of what I do on my stream. We do get up to a lot of mischief over there too. But yeah, I try to cultivate a community where it's an open exchange of like knowledge and discussions. And yeah, that is pretty much my archive community. And yeah, that's what I do over there.
It's interesting you bring up like the idea that like how games present history, because that brings to mind to me like history itself can be long in time. It can be filled with a lot of very very important but unexciting events. It can be that culminate into something bigger and things like that. And so it's interesting that you mentioned that, because with games, you have to engage a player the entire time. And so the idea that you have to present history, historical fact, and historical context in a way that keeps players engaged is a very interesting perspective that I haven't thought about before.
Yeah, exactly. You really, I think the best kind of historical based games are the ones like this game here, where you have like such an like an intimate, like you're in the you're in southern France right now. You're a Misha, you're a noble, and you're hunting with your father or going for a walk with your father. It's intimate kind of scenarios like that really just like immerse you with like a culture or a time period, and you can really like sympathize or empathize with people from a time period like this. So I think it's really special when games do something like that. But yeah, was that off topic? I don't know.
No, that's perfectly fine. You oh, I was hoping the pigeons would stay and I could, anyways.
Oh yeah, okay, good luck with this. Actually, I want to watch you do this.
Okay,
this is the time.
Oh,
you've got this. I believe you.
Oh no, okay, this is okay.
Whip it. Whip that tree. Let's go.
Whip that tree. Whammy. Slingshots. Let's go.
Come on, Amicia. 6, 7.
Oh, so I'm just gonna say hello to people in the chat.
No, please go ahead.
Hey guys. Hey Marley, thank you for being here, and yeah, thanks everyone coming over. Please, like, if you're not already following Pretzel, just give him a follow, and I'm gonna get mad. I'll get mad if you're following him.
I don't have alerts on, so I apologize. Oh well, thank you for the follow, Malik. Mally CKC. Yeah, do you know how I should? Is it just Molly? Mally?
It's Molly.
Molly.
But,
okay.
When she first came into the chat, I was like, Malik. Hey, Malik.
So okay, so my next question for you is then, I guess, where did your how did your fascination with history, like, what is the kind of roots or origins of that, or if you can give some context for, that, not necessarily just in games and streaming, but just in general.
Yeah. So I have always been like interested in history from a young age, but it really came into it flourished for me when I was in a university. I went in there wanting to be a history teacher, an art history teacher, and I just like fell in love with ancient history. I got offered an honors placement, and I spent 2 years writing my thesis. I traveled to Greece and studied under like multiple amazing academics within a very specific field, and I just, I fell in love with the past. It really was a romantic part of my life, to be honest. Just traveling on my own and just immersing myself in history. So that's where my passion really comes from, and just being able to do this 5 days a week on Twitch is just like incredible for me. So that's where it kind of came from. I've got like my degrees above my desk as we speak. I look at them when I stream.
Oh, really? That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Well, is there a specific reason you do that, or is it just?
Yeah. It's a reminder. Like, I know it's a reminder of like my accomplishments. I'm very proud of my work. And it's a reminder to, bring that energy and passion into the stream and the channel. So yeah, that's why they're there.
Okay. So what got you into streaming on Twitch? Were you a viewer, like, before you were a streamer? Did you get into streaming before you were a viewer, or?
Yeah, okay, so my cousin Osgrillis, yeah, he was talking to me at like maybe a family party, and he was like, "I'm streaming on Twitch." And I was like, "Okay, cool. I'll like watch you while I'm writing my thesis." I was like writing 8 hours every day, like on my computer, so I needed some like accompaniment,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
I feel that.
it's
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, exactly. It's nice to have someone in the background. So I started watching him, but then I like looked up my favorite game and I found Tea with Mandy, and then she rated Slappy Jack. I also found Slappy Jack. This was like a year before streaming. I was watching streamers. I didn't interact with them at all. Like I was
Oh,
just
you're a hardcore lurker.
exactly. I was just like a ghost on Twitch, and then I just started imagining, like, this is such a great opportunity to have discussions with people. It's like one of my favorite things to do is to talk about history. So I was like, hey, like, I've always played games as well. So I was like, why can't I combine like these two passions of mine
Yeah.
and actually do this? Like, and I've always been good at just like jumping straight in. Oh, this is a sad moment. Holy shit. Okay. Sorry.
Oh no. Oh no, guys, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry guys. I'm gonna pause this because it's messed up. It's actually messed up. I know.
What devilry is this?
I know,
I
chat.
must go.
It's so
Immediately.
sad.
Oh no. Ah,
I'm
title
done
drop. Let's
here.
go. Title drop, whammy.
Title drop.
So
So-
Sarah has a quick question for you.
Yeah.
She said she loves history. It's one of her passions. But other than what you're doing now, is there any way to work that passion throughout your day-to-day life? If I can't ask her, no. I think that's a good question. Like, so before you did streaming and stuff, and outside of school, how would you engage in your passion for history?
Oh, okay. So, is that for her personally? Like how she could do it, or
Yeah, I guess like if you want to answer her specifically, or if you can maybe attest to your own personal experiences.
Okay. You're doing now. Is there a way to work that passion throughout your day-to-day life? Look, honestly, just engaging with books, reading about history. If you're playing also a lot of you are gamers as well. I do it like encourage you to be inquisitive and look into things that you don't necessarily understand. We can be quite like lazy. I know, I myself as well used to be like this, where you would come across something like in a game and you'd be like, okay, whatever, I'm just playing it, let's move on from this. But I do like encourage people, just like whip out your phone and look into something, because you're going to have like a greater understanding of the game you're playing, and a better experience for it. And just engage with like YouTube. There's so many great historical YouTubers, and there's heaps of books that you can read. Like, just immerse yourself if you have the time to do that. It makes you a better person to know the past, I reckon. Anyway. Anyway, I'm very
Anyway,
I'm very
excellent question. Thank you, Sarah.
I'm so sorry.
All right, so one thing I wanted to ask you about is, I personally have noticed, and I'm sure others have noticed, that over the past, I'd say 3 or 4 months, your channel has grown a lot. And
Yeah.
I personally have noticed, like, you've gained more confidence. You've kind of settled into your personality, I feel like, more.
Yes.
What was kind of the impetus for that, you think? Or, like, do you think it was just kind of natural with experience? Was there anything specific that you can think of that kind of spurred that?
Yeah. Look, it honestly was like a combination of things. Like when I first started, I didn't really have a huge community to like stand behind me, and it was very difficult for me to open up to my viewers, because I don't know, there's a sense of wanting to protect yourself kind of thing. So when I first started streaming, I was very, I don't know, I think I was pretty cold, but I wasn't too, like, I was still myself, but I wasn't like, I don't know, it was different. But now, like, after having discussions with you and Fox and other streamers out there, you've all given me like the confidence to really be myself. And yeah, I've really relaxed into streaming, and I'm enjoying it so much. I'm so excited all the time. So yeah, it's conversations with other streamers and the fact that I have a community now that will just like support me. It's so amazing to have people that I can discuss history with and actually like have that interaction and that feedback, rather than just like not having that feedback and just getting online and being like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to talk to myself about this.
Yeah. So do you think that like a big part of that is the fact that your community has started to take shape recently?
Yes, big time. Like I had the greatest experience the other day was I made a decision to have meetings at the start of the week with my community, and it's just chatting stream where you talk about history and they get me to investigate topics that they want, and it went for 3 hours. And after that stream, I was just like, this is a community that I've been able to foster and create, but they inject themselves just as much as I do. And that was just like a life-changing moment for me with streaming, just seeing that I now have a community. And it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I forgot to mention, but if you guys have any questions throughout, feel free to ask them, and we'll try to get to them when we can and if we can. Oh, actually, here, I'll ask you the question of the day. What are some fashion choices you made when you were younger that you cringed thinking about?
This sunshine won't last long.
Fashion choices that I cringed about when I was young. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. I used to be an emo girl.
Oh, really?
Yes, I used to be like an emo. I had like these tight black skinny jeans and a Superman shirt or something. Why did I wear a Superman shirt? Why is that emo?
Superman is so emo.
Right? Oh, just stuff like that. Just the massive like fringe and shit like that. Yeah, that was my probably not a great moment of fashion for me. What about you, Pretzel?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, so when I was in high school, I used to bleach my hair blonde. I had an eyebrow piercing, and I used to wear like, I don't know if you know what Jinko jeans are, but I used to wear those. You don't know what Jinko jeans are?
What are Jinko jeans?
Oh no. Okay.
Oh no. I'm gonna Google it. Should I Google it?
No. I'll pull it up. Don't worry. I'll pull it up.
Okay. Okay.
And you can see.
Jinko jeans.
You won't be able. You'll have to look at the stream real quick.
Yeah. I wasn't actually an emo rug, but Molly, my best friend, she was like emo, but yeah, I was like a poser, 100%.
This is what I used to wear.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah.
Actually, I would wear them today.
Oh
my god, no. Wait. Okay, they were too big. Okay.
I didn't have that chain, but I had a wallet chain. I had I didn't look this good, but
what the fuck?
And yeah, see, and then I used to wear puka shell necklaces.
Oh my gosh!
I'll see. Actually, 1 second. I think I actually might have. I think I posted a picture. I'll see if I can pull it up. Of what I looked like in high school. I posted it on our selfies channel. I'll see if I can find it. And you can see kind of an idea of what I looked like in high school.
I'm excited.
But
I should have brought one from my emo days. Oh well. One day. I'll post it in your Discord later.
Yes, please do. I would love to see that. So let me ask you, so what is, let's say, okay, so where you're at now, I know you would say that you're still learning and you're still growing. What are some things you wish you knew when you started taking it more seriously, quote unquote, that you wish you had known back then?
Okay. Oh, yeah. Don't take shit off people. Don't let people walk all over you. I think it's something that has happened to me before in streams where I know I've felt like I've had to accommodate a certain person, like any person really, in my stream. But if you're a streamer, you don't have to accommodate people that make you feel uncomfortable. And that's been a big change for me is being able to stand up for myself. I've never been like a person like for conflict, but I think once you do start doing that, it really just sets a standard within your community, and you cultivate. And this is probably another reason why I've been able to grow is like you cultivate a community that has like mutual respect, and they're not just there to be like, oh, well, I had someone yesterday being like, oh, you should be like a thirst trap streamer. I'm like, what the fuck,
What?
bro? Like,
Really?
yeah. It's stuff like that. And but I honestly like just with interactions like with Fox, for example, he's been really supportive with stuff like that where yeah, he's and just watching other streamers interact with people like that, I've been able to learn a lot. And you know, it also translates into my actual life as well, being able to voice myself confidently in that. So yeah, I think that I would be like, Sophie, stop putting up with these guys in your chat. Just like,
Mm.
no,
Was
they're
that
not
coming?
there for the right reasons.
Was that coming from a place of like wanting the views regardless of the quality of the views?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I'm not gonna yeah deny that. Like, it's. I was just like, you know, I've got this. I like unless they were like really bad, like I would probably ban them. Like obviously, like if it was real bad. But if they were just like pesty, like people, kind of felt I didn't have the power to do it. I don't know
Yeah.
how that's weird, but so I would just be like ignore them or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that yeah. As a smaller streamer, it's hard. Like
It is.
I that's why I try to pop into a lot of small streamers chats just to like kind of give them that support and let them know when things aren't okay kind of thing. 'Cause
Absolutely.
yeah,
There it is.
exactly. Oh my gosh. Okay. What?
Yeah.
That's you. Hold
That,
up.
that's my great uncle. Oh fuck, I forgot his name. I forget his name. I apologize. He's from Japan. But yeah, so that's me wearing my puka shells, my bleach blonde hair. I don't know if
I love
anyone
it.
remembers. I don't know if anyone remembers soap shoes. Do you know what those are?
Or I think I don't know. This is definitely an American thing, I think. I don't
Soap
know.
shoes were basically sneakers with like a plastic plate on the bottom, so that you could grind rails and stuff like that. Almost like
No,
yeah,
no.
yes. And look at all
Oh
those
my god.
and look at all that jewelry. You see the rings, the bracelets, and the necklace. You know who I was trying to emulate? And I
Someone
feel yeah, I'll show you who I was trying to emulate.
was he from like Dawson's Creek or something?
This guy from Crazy Town.
Oh my god. Definitely not Dawson's Creek.
No, this guy. That's who I was
Oh
trying
my
to dress in.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Is he the butterfly guy? Is
Yes,
that the guy
that's that guy. Yeah.
Oh my Look, I know that song. That's a good song.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good song. Yeah. So that's what I was trying to emulate.
Okay. Wow.
Oh my god. Yeah. So that's what. Hey, Juicy, thank you so much for the subscription. I really appreciate that. Next time you come in, remind me that you subscribed, and you'll get a loot box. I don't want to interrupt right now with the loot box, but I will get you it next time. You looked better, Pruts. I did. Well, here, I'll show you another picture. I apologize, we're not doing the game right now, but this is a picture that my wife Meg posted of us when we first started dating. And you'll see, like, no one believed that it was me when they saw it.
My wife.
Yeah,
My wife.
Fuck my life. Fuck my life. I'm never gonna live that down. If you guys don't know, it's the lowest point in my streaming career is when I made a Borat joke. And no one will let me live it down.
I mean, it's great. I think it's a good move to be making the Borat jokes.
You try it. You try it, and you let me know how that works.
Okay, I'll give it a go.
All right. So this is me.
What?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Pretzel, you look so handsome and healthy today. What the fuck happened? Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then that's my wife next to me. But yeah,
She's
look.
beautiful.
Yeah, she's adorable. But yeah, that's us on a trip to New York, and yeah,
Whoa.
things have changed a lot.
No way. Oh my gosh. Look, sorry. I think I had someone message me before and they were like, Pretzel looks like Edgar Allan Poe. And I was like, yes.
So I lived in Baltimore, Maryland for a long time, and I still live near Baltimore. That's where Edgar Allan Poe died, and he lived a lot there. His grave is in Baltimore, and so is the house that he lived in. He, do you know the story of his death?
No, please tell me.
He, so the bar that he was last seen in is still active today. It's called The Horse You Rode In On. And he was last seen there, and he was getting drunk. And he was walking through the street. And I think witnesses say that he was accosted or something like that. But he was just found in the street dead like a day or two later. And what the working theory is, back then they used to get people drunk or drug them up in order to make them vote along their party lines. And so it's believed that that's what happened to him. But the bar that he was last seen in is still there. The house that he lived in is still there. It's a museum. His grave is there. And every year, a person who no one knows who they are goes to his grave on his birthday or his day of death and leaves a rose on his grave.
Oh, wow.
And that's why our football team is named the Baltimore Ravens.
What?
Yep. It's for him.
That's so cool.
And our mascot is a raven named Poe.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that I would love to go to America just to travel around and like visit places like that.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It is, yeah. So I'll take Edgar Allan Poe. That's fine.
Yeah, you'll take that.
I'll take it.
I mean, yeah, in Alternate Carbon. What is it? What's it? That show?
Altered Carbon?
I think it's that. I don't know. Don't worry about it. Let's talk about the game.
Okay, yes. So So how much of this game is historically accurate? Or like, is there anything that you picked up on in this game significantly that was historically accurate to a point that it surprised you, or maybe the opposite side, things that surprised you how inaccurate it was?
Yeah, I mean, the setting is like pretty historically accurate, but they have really taken liberties with like the horror aspect of this game. So while you have like elements of the Inquisition, which were like a holy kind of Catholic Inquisition that would go after people that were pretty much let me hold on a second. I wrote down a note for this.
Oh no, it's fine. I know you're the doctorate student in you is coming out.
I know, exactly. So they would go after heretics, but also you have at this moment in time, this is in southern France, and you have England invading the southern France. This is the first phase of the 100 Years' War between England and France, and so you're kind of like caught in the midst of the beginning of the 100 Years' War, the invasion of England, and she's an inner noble family, and you have the Inquisition, who are also involved, and they're after her brother Hugo, which you'll start to see later on.
Oh.
So they kind of like, I don't play games for their historical accuracy. Like, I think that's so boring.
Yeah.
I think that's so boring. Like, I would not be able to play, like, one of those, like, games where it like puts you on a battlefield and you just like do everything that was once done, kind of thing. Like but with games like this where they really take different like concepts and of the past and they like put it all together like this, I think it's great. But yeah, you've got the Black Plague going on at the same time. Like they've just combined this time period, and while it may not be historically accurate, it's really, I don't know, it encourages people to look further into it. Like, oh, did this really happen? Like, it's yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, let me see. I was gonna ask you, or does anyone else have? I was gonna see if anyone had any jokes. Everyone's got fucking
do you want me to
jokes.
read out some of the comments here?
Oh, please go ahead.
Yeah, I can notice that I have a couple of the like viewers that like to chime in when I'm streaming. For example, here Garlic Broth has written, "It's not historically accurate. King Charles V makes a Borat joke during the third outbreak, but it was actually Charles VII who made the Borat joke." It's stuff like this that is hilarious to me because I know my viewers know their history, but they also are able to like make jokes in the chat like that. It's incredible.
I thought it was King Henry. My wives.
The Inquisition did not just turn up, they used to make an appointment in advance. What? I don't know. Because I can never get jokes as well. I'm terrible. But yeah, here's Hugo.
Sister, Amicia.
And he's sick.
Hello.
Oh.
He's kind of like kept in close quarters.
What is a period of history or a historical setting or event you wish they would make a game about?
Oh, that's a good question. All right. I feel like they should definitely look. I mean, they have made games about the Great War. I think going into more like modern history, kind of like World War II, perhaps, where you can really learn the stories from like a recent past. I think that would be great. But also, I think it would be interesting to actually see some representation for like the African American communities. Although that would be, and we've discussed it before, be a complicated topic, I think it's really important. And like you can do it with a movie, you can do it with a game. So I think developers should definitely lean more into creating games that show complicated histories and can kind of give people like gamers, for example, more insight into and understanding towards minority groups. I think that would be super a good move. Yeah, don't go the wrong way.
No, we're fine.
Don't get caught.
Gamers, yes. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows what gamers want is more understanding of minority groups. That's what gamers are demanding.
Exactly. No, they definitely aren't. But like a game that was really good for me to play was Valiant Hearts. Have you played that one before? It's like about the Great War. Yeah, they do that really well. You know, a really good historical based game for me is just like a game that has the content there to engage with as well seamlessly while you're playing a game. With a game like this, they don't necessarily do a lot of it. Like you can't really read about the time period within the game. You do have to research it yourself quite a bit. They have like small tidbits about different like items and stuff like that that you can collect, which is cute. But like a game like Valiant Hearts, and I do recommend it to the people in the chat, it's one of those games that seamlessly like educates while also like telling a very impactful story where you can it's pretty fucked up, this part. I mean the whole game is
she said don't look, and I was like pointing him at them. Hugo, don't look, it's okay.
Don't look. But
Oh,
the procession of cavalry was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for
oh
suggesting
yeah,
that game.
absolutely. Well, I didn't realize. I knew you were fascinated and like really focused a lot on history, but I didn't realize how much you were invested in like art history.
Oh yeah, like I thought I was, I was like that girl. I was like, yeah, I'll do art history. Let's go. I'm gonna teach art history.
Let's
Like I'm a
go.
creative, yeah, I'm a creative person. Let's go. But then I just realized that, oh wait, shit, like I just am just fascinated with all history, and yeah, that's where I went from. But Darwin's asking here, Sophie, could you tell us what went through your mind the first time you heard the Aztec skull whistle? And nothing went through my mind because it deeply impacted my soul. And I have never been the same. I haven't been the same since. Did you?
Garlic asked a question as well.
Sophie, what is your favorite historical topic that Darwin has ever brought up to the community? Oh my gosh. Oh, I mean,
Right, did you hear me? Come on.
okay. Darwin in our community is like, I just like wake up and in the Discord he has posted like 10 different things that he wants me to research the next day. It's incredible.
I'll go first, and you
But
just
I
go
think
from
my
there.
favorite one would definitely have been the. It was like yesterday we looked into a trial of Aristophanes, and it was basically like in Athens they would have these juries where you would say a speech and kind of defend yourself against like whatever has occurred. So basically Aristophanes caught his wife cheating on him and he murdered him, this guy, and he's pretty much arguing that he pretty much did it for the benefit of the community. So it's like like this incredible speech, but the fact is that he actually references Greek comedies. Like he references Greek plays, and he likens himself to the dumb, bumbling husband that has no idea about his, frisky younger wife who's cheating on him with this other man. So that's kind of his like evidence that he throws into the trial. But what we learn is that it's actually may just have been an example that orators used to practice saying speeches within like that process of defending your client. So it was just fascinating to me. And yeah, pretty spicy stuff. It was pretty spicy.
Spicy. So
Yeah.
what do you think? So I know you're playing Shadow of Tomb Raider, right?
Yes.
What is your opinion on games like that? I know that there is historical stuff in it, but what is your opinion on games where it's like white person goes into like place and like just rummages through ancient artifacts and things like that?
Yeah, I knew as soon as I was getting into Tomb Raider, I know exactly what I'm getting into, because I'm getting into, this like rich white English girl's family, have their own personal collection of artifacts. And she's like in another country just I know that actually I learned the other day that this Tomb Raider that I'm playing, they actually meant her to come off like as a bad person, but they don't actually like do it right. Like you're still like kind of they don't. I don't know. They just I don't think there was enough discussion around like what she's actually doing is wrong. You're just there. You're in South America, and you're talking to the locals just straight up in English, and like not even like she's not even like trying to speak to them in their own language, and she's just rummaging through these tombs, taking what she wants, like
Yeah.
just places, killing people, like killing innocent people. It's like, but the great thing about that is I can play while they're like pretty crappy games, like and while they're not historically accurate or represent what I want in a game, it's great to play games like that so I can discuss why it's wrong to like think that this is a good historical game or a good game to like encourage certain ideals within the player. So yeah, definitely it's been a bit of a ride, that game.
So No, please go ahead.
No, have you played Tomb Raider before?
I played like the old ones back in the day. Like, I haven't played any of the new ones. So like the game that I'm thinking of that I've played is like Uncharted, which I think is even like more amped up version of that.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's going around and just like the most historical context you get from that is just like finding random collectibles and things like that. But
yeah, I've played Uncharted as well. Yeah, it's like a romanticization of early explorers like coming across like some untouched artifact or ruin, and like the exploits of doing such a thing. It's very romanticized. So yeah, like as long as you know that that's like a problematic idea, then yeah, I mean, it's still fun. Like,
oh yeah, absolutely.
Like what you like, you just gotta like what you like
and have fun. Like what you like and have fun. But so Sarah asks, what can you do with a history degree? She's been curious about that.
I mean, you can do a lot. I mean, look, nowadays, I don't know. You can go into like archives. Pretty much, you work in archives in libraries, in like universities. You can also just, if you want to go the academic route, you can go into tutoring, and then going on and coming, like lecturing and whatnot within the university system. Outside of that, you can be a history teacher if you want to. High school history teacher. I volunteer at my local historical society. Yeah.
Oh, really? What do you do there?
So I write papers for them, and it's like Australian history. It's like local history. My family like grew up in the area and stuff, so it's it's I do that, and then I kind of just kind of help them out with certain things in the museum and that. But yeah, you can volunteer at museums. You can and at historical societies. There's lots that you can do, but I don't necessarily encourage people to think that it's easy to get a job in the industry of like, especially academia. This is sorry if I'm like not paying attention to the game.
No, please go ahead.
Okay, good. Okay, sorry, because I haven't been paying attention. I also heard that you're not good at stealth games. Is this correct?
Excuse me, who told you that?
It was Jarvis.
Oh, of course it was Jarvis. 8-Bit
Val also was like, hey Sophie, he is crap at sneaking
what?
around.
Excuse me?
And then Fox was like, look, I'm just gonna have to warn you, I don't think this is a great game for you to
oh my
get him
god,
to play.
Everyone's just turning against me.
No. Anyway, what was I saying? Okay, so a turning point in my Twitch kind of streaming thing. When I started seeing growth was after I had decided not to go and do a PhD.
Really?
Yes. Because it was at the start of COVID as well. So I had this decision whether I was going to go do my PhD, or just take time off, and like I've got like a couple of other jobs, and then and like actually dedicate myself to the stream. And it was like, I think it was after like a really good stream, I was like, this is what I want to do. I was like, I don't know, it was a big decision of mine, and that's why I like dedicate so much of my time to the stream, because it's something that I'm like super serious about, to the point where I'm like, you know what, it's also not a great idea to go into a PhD around this time as well, because they're doing like heaps of cuts to the arts in Australia. So I was just like, look, girls gotta do what you gotta do, and I'm definitely not gonna do a PhD and then good luck. Oh jeez,
they killed Hugo. Sorry guys.
Hugo's got we'll never get Sophie.
So what have been some of the most, how much of your kind of day-to-day is taken up by either streaming, thinking about streaming, planning streaming, like how much of, like, you said that you like it, that you've devoted a lot more time to it. So like, how much would you say like you're dedicating to this?
It's a lot. It's a lot of time. You would know this, Pretzel. As soon as I'm waking up, I'm working on it. I'm like every day of the week, I'm doing something for the stream. I try to take my weekends off, for balance. And I also think it's pretty healthy to do that as a streamer.
Absolutely.
To take some time away from the stream. But 100%, like, it does take up a lot of my time. There's a lot of things that you do behind the scenes that, like, I'm always trying to innovate my stream, and I can see that with you as well, Pretzel. Like, you're an innovator.
This isn't kissing my butt, okay? We're not here to kiss my butt. We're here to kiss your butt.
I wish I could do the close-up right now, but, like, he's an innovator, chat. Oh, God. Innovative. What time is off? Yeah, Fox. Jeez, don't get me started on your schedule. Jesus. But yeah.
So
it's a lot, but it's
taking the piss out of you a moment ago. I know you were. Whatever. Stop it. So what is? Oh yeah. Can you talk about the cooking stream, please?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, that was like the best time. I got so drunk.
Oh no!
I drank like an entire bottle of wine and a VB long neck. So
oh my god!
It was a lot, but it was actually so good. It went really well. I was like surprised because I'm not a natural like cook at all. Jesus!
I was seeing if that would work.
You keep dying. Jeez, how come?
Because I'm bad at games, okay? Listen, there's no pretense here. I'm bad at games, guys, okay? No one comes here to see quality gameplay, all right?
I'm joking. But yeah, the cooking stream was like a community challenge. I'm trying to do different community challenges each month, and that was the community challenge they met. And I'm not a great cook, and look, we did see some smoke after I just like completely burnt. Yes, I burnt the shit out of my salmon, big time. It had holes in it. It was so burnt.
Oh no! Did you still eat it?
Yeah, I had to. Like, I was hungry.
How was it?
It was actually okay. Like, it wasn't bad. Like, the skin was burnt, but I was like, it was crispy, so I like some crispy salmon skin. But yeah, my partner complained because he thought that it wasn't undercooked, but I like it when it's like, a salmon when it's like not too tough, guys. Right, guys. Chat.
Trying to justify it, I hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just kind of like cut to the chase. You're a young, attractive woman on Twitch. How has it been like dealing with weirdos, creeps, and stuff like that?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, like there definitely is like, this is like a great topic, by the way. And I love that you're actually engaging this topic with me. Very, very, thank you. Because it's important to talk about. I don't think a lot of female streamers talk about this. And I think we should try and talk about it more and have more open discussions about like the objectification of female streamers, geez.
Streamers, yeah.
Streamers. There's a certain element of objectification of you being a female streamer, and what I've like at the start of streaming, I was very aware of that, and I was so aware of that I wanted to just tell people like, no, you can't see me this way. Don't look at me like that. How dare you? I'm purely educational woman. And I don't have any room for it, but I've come to a point as a female streamer that it's natural. Okay, if you're a woman, you are attractive. People are going to find you attractive. This is just what happens.
Right.
in day-to-day life. So look, I'm pretty I'm more I don't know pretzel, like it's more so like it's hard to discuss. It's like an acknowledgement that that is a thing that occurs for female streamers, and to be objectified by men. But I am more interested now in moving past that point with viewers, where they might come into my stream and be like, "Okay, hey, pretty, how you doing? How you doing?"
Yeah.
kind of thing. But also just like being like, okay, well, please don't call me that, but let's move on, and maybe I can, help you see that female streamers aren't just here to be your girlfriend or
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, so I try to cultivate kind of this understanding within themselves that they can be more than that, and actually have an educated discussion or on equal footing with a female streamer.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So,
I think that I've been enjoying doing that, actually. Rather than just timing out people or banning them, I've enjoyed, because it actually works sometimes. Like, it works to like level with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an interesting way of going about it, for sure. Like, to try to almost like convert them to your side and kind of like, I don't want to say like manipulate, that's not the best way to put it, but to like sway them to act and behave in a way that works for you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not like, I wouldn't say I'm like manipulating them, but
No, I agree.
Yeah, no, yeah, I know you, but it's like I do believe that there's just like, within certain people, it can happen in females as well with male streamers for sure. Like, there's like this initial like, okay, being like attraction, like, oh my gosh, like this is me blurting out my opinions into the chat, but then they can also just like, let's give them a chance to like kind of get to know the streamer more. I feel like the more you get to know a streamer, the more you can kind of see that this is just another human being on the other side of the stream. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So like what how do you react when people like, because there's a common refrain that like attractive women have it easier on Twitch.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
What is your kind of response to that, or what's your reaction to that?
I mean, the guys that say that though, like, let's be real, the guys that say that are the ones that are sitting on COD 5 days a week, playing the same game over and over.
Oh shit! Yeah. Sophie is calling. Oh, she's calling those dudes not gamers, not real gamers. You're hitting them right where it hurts.
Yes, it's like those guys that like, it's like, just let us have our space. Like, yes, we're attractive, but you're also watching us. Like, I watch a whole bunch of male streamers that I like love. Like, I love watching your streams, and yeah, I have a lot of like male streamers that I follow because they're so entertaining, and they do like innovative things with their streams and have really great communities. So if you're a male streamer out there and you're looking at a female streamer being like, oh, she's only getting the views because of how she looks or how she acts on stream, look at yourself first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at your own content. If you're playing COD, look, there's nothing wrong with playing COD every day.
No, there is. It's fine. You can say that.
I mean, but like, don't judge somebody else for doing their thing, and look at yourself kind of just see, okay, why am I only getting like 2 viewers a stream?
Yeah.
After like years of streaming, it's like you need to look within yourself. Stop pointing the finger at female streamers and their success.
So, what like? Let's take a moment to be like mindful then. What are things like that you think that you still need to improve on then?
Excuse me, please wait.
Okay. In terms of like the entire stream, or
your
like
stream, your content, you're just like your Twitch career, if you want to call it that, whether you regard it as a career or not.
Yeah, I regard it as a career, like the amount of time I spend on it. But I think what I really do want to improve is, oh look, you've been locked out of the town. Yeah, yes, you're the damn plague. So I think what I want to improve on is definitely diversifying my content, so into other like YouTube and Instagram, and trying to diversify content and create good content, quality content to release out into the world, and do that. So I think I definitely need to improve in that way.
Somebody help us.
What else do I need to do? I
know this
That
question
was-
wasn't in the show notes, but
No. It's
Believe it.
They're hiding.
I want to. I don't know. I want to be able to one day. I want to be able to actually have time set aside to research something before I stream, because at the moment I research things while I'm streaming, and a lot of the information I don't actually know. So I would love to create maybe one day a week a stream where I have like kind of written out kind of a program of like what I can kind of teach people. I've done it in the past and it's worked really well, but the time is a hard thing to manage, especially with streaming. At the moment I just hit live and I research live.
Amicia,
I'd love to be able to do that, and also I've definitely had plans to bring other people into the stream, actual historians and specialists.
really,
Yeah. I've got one professor lined up for it, and he's a gamer himself. So
that's
I would love to
awesome.
have discussions with people. Yeah, exactly. I think that would be great to bring to the stream. I just want to make it great for viewers. I want it to be entertaining and fun. Yes. Jesus. It's been said Sophie would have been partnered already if she had read all my messages. Yeah, I'm sorry, Commander. I'm not ignoring you, chat. I'm just like...
I am. I'm ignoring you guys.
She plans on bringing her professor after she turns in her paper. Yeah, I mean, I'm supposed to actually hand in a paper to him, which I haven't started, and so it's a bit awkward whether I want to reach out and be like, hey, be on my stream. Also, I haven't done my my paper for you. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So, what are your short and long-term goals? Either for your stream, for you personally, like what are you kind of looking forward to or building towards right now?
So my focus right now is community. So I want to obviously grow my community. I had a goal by mid-year to double what I'm currently like getting on Twitch. If that's like, is that a short time goal?
Uh-huh. Well, I mean, depending on when you started this process, I mean, okay, I'm going to do something I didn't tell you I was going to do, but
okay, do it.
So I apologize if this is kind of putting you on the spot.
No, it's okay. I'm ready.
Oh, okay. You're ready. Let's do this. All right.
Yeah,
so
let's go.
Whammy, let's go. So if you guys don't know, you can check out the stream stats for anyone. This was something that I wanted to bring up. So here we go. So just like, I don't know how often you look at your analytics, but like,
no, what's that? Holy shit, what's that?
This is sullynome.com.
What
Yeah.
is this? Oh.
So this is of the last 180 days. Just like, this trajectory is fucking insane.
Is it?
Yes, absolutely insane. Yes. So like,
Wow.
over 180 days, like you averaged 30, which is good. But then like, just in a past month, you've bumped that up by 10.
Yeah, it's been fucking crazy.
So, like, yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, you've already been, like, like, you're already, like,
Yeah.
making huge improvements. And you're already getting big boosts and stuff like that. So it's really, really impressive.
Oh, thank you.
No, no,
Yeah. No, yeah. You go on, sorry.
I don't have anything.
Please continue on.
No, no, no. In spite of me running this interview, I have very little to say. You want me to show you mine? Yeah, I'll show you mine.
Yeah, wait. I didn't know this website exists.
Yeah, you can check it for anyone. I might have to refresh it. So,
Oh, also, I need to share something with you.
yeah, please.
Whammy.
Oh, god damn it. Thank you, Sophie.
It's
Did it happen to
okay.
coincide, like, just at this moment?
Yes.
Oh,
It's crazy.
what a coincidence. All right.
I know. Subscription, let's go. Yeah, no. I love your emotes. I love the A one. It just like it speaks to me.
Oh, okay,
A,
good.
yeah.
Well, I am gonna have Val work on new ones. We'll keep the same like concept of it, but I want to just tweak it a bit. So yeah, like, I mean, I don't mind full transparency, like, just like,
Yeah.
and this isn't like to, like, this is to give you an idea, like, if you remember the slope of your trajectory compared to mine over the same 180 days, like,
Yeah.
that's not just like luck. That's not just,
What is it?
a good
What am
raids
I
or
doing
something.
right?
No, that's
Yeah.
what I mean.
I want to know what I'm doing. So I can keep doing it.
No, like I said earlier, like, I think that it's your confidence has been building, and I think that that's very obvious when I watch you. Is your
Yay.
confidence has been building since the first time I saw you.
Yeah.
I mean, to be completely frank, the first time I saw you, you were a little more, I don't want to say timid, but at least, like,
Yeah.
definitely more soft spoken, less willing to kind of like emote and
Yes.
things like that. And I've noticed that you've more and more and more been able to express yourself and to play off of chat more, and there's
Yeah.
less moments of like awkwardness, because I distinctly remember a while ago watching you and seeing like kind of like hesitate, or like you could tell that the wheels were turning on how to deal with something, or how to
Yeah.
handle like a bad joke, or
Yeah.
someone being random. This, I'm not even talking about people being weird and creepy and calling you like baby cakes or something shit like that, right?
Honey buns.
Honey buns, that's what I meant. Yeah, honey buns.
Oh.
Yeah, so like yeah, I've noticed, like, that's what I've noticed, is that
Yeah.
confidence has been there. And that's why, like, you said, like, I think I kind of asked you this already, but do you know where that confidence has been coming from?
It really is the community and their support. Also, yeah, I think it's the community. I think so. Um also having yeah, I've spoken about this before, but like just having other streamers to bounce off and kind of, get their opinions on things. I feel so comfortable in stream now. And you guys really are getting Sophie. I've always been a bit of a jokester, and I love entertaining people. As much as I love history, I also just have always been a very like I have never really been a timid person. So the timid Sophie on stream was not me at all. That was, yeah, the not me. So I love entertaining people. I love making them feel happy, and yeah. So honestly, it's the best thing that I can do is be myself on stream. I love it.
How much of the confidence that you've gained from streaming has bled over into outside of streaming? For example, as your like significant other noticed like more confidence and more things like that.
Oh, like hell yeah! Like with just with relationships, I've been able to like broach topics more confidently because you know you are so used to on stream being that one point where you have to like you know respond and give your like your viewpoint. I think it's been like pretty liberating to be able to have discussions with people in my life um and openly, and yeah, I think it's really just impacted me personally with like conflict, and that I've really just had a lot of confidence with yeah, just telling people exactly how I feel and you know, showing up for myself kind of thing. Yes, it's crazy how that works. It's Twitch, but it's
No, I
streaming, but
completely agree because that's
it
happened
can
to me too.
yeah.
Like even like my wife can attest to that she's seen that like since I've started doing this, that my confidence and my ability to like
my wife.
God, whatever. My that like outside of streaming and stuff like that, that like my confidence and my ability to like emote and like things like that have been like much more open and much more, you know, passionate, I would say, you know.
Oh,
uh,
yeah, that's
uh,
nice.
so like how much like do you think so one thing I'm always curious about is like how much of what you're presenting as a streamer is maybe a slight exaggeration or a tweak of who you are,
Yeah.
and how much of it is like actually 100% what you see on stream is who you would see off stream. Because I'll give you an
Oh,
example,
yeah.
like how I am right now and how I am
Mhm,
like when I'm live and stuff like that and doing content and things
mhm.
like that is maybe different. Like people that I talk to on, you know, Discord
Yeah.
calls will tell me I'm more mellow on Discord calls than I am on stream. So I'm wondering how much like is who you are on stream, is it like do you exaggerate certain traits? Um do you lean into certain things that you feel comfortable about and
Mm.
whatnot?
Um, honestly, yes. Like, I mean, there's always going to be a certain part of yourself that you're not sharing on stream. And like, I can be a pretty mellow person as well. I'm pretty, like, I'm a quite emotional person. But the stream Sophie that you get is I treat it as a profession, and it is curated. But at the same time, the times when I'm joking and laughing and just like making fun with the chat is honestly 100% me. You're getting Sophie, not SophieQuests. You're getting Sophie. And like I've got my best friend in the chat right now. She can definitely like vouch for me, Molly. But she can definitely vouch for the fact that I've always just been that person who will just laugh, have fun, and say stupid shit, and just want to entertain people. Really, that's you're getting the Sophie that most of my friends and family get, and that's been like the joy of it, to be able to be that person on stream and people actually, you know, bouncing off that positively has been like it's been quite like, you know, it makes me very happy. I'm gonna get I'm gonna, I'm getting emotional now. It really is to have people embrace your true self is just yeah, it's beautiful.
No, definitely, yeah. Like, so I'm trying to find clips. Why can't I access the clips on your channel? I wanted to pull up clips.
Whoa, that's weird. That's weird.
Can I do it on my own channel? Let's see. Maybe it's a Twitch API thing. Hold on. Because I wanted to show some funny clips.
Oh yeah, we got some clips. Oh
Oh, it's
god.
a Twitch API thing. It's it's me. I don't know. Either way. Um,
Apparently I'm a clippable person,
very.
according to
Yes.
yeah. Look, I'm just awkward as fuck. So yeah. But
I wouldn't have
I
picked
don't
that up.
get
No, I
it.
wouldn't have picked that up.
Not no. Definitely not. But yeah. Yeah. Whammy, let's go. Oh damn it, I'm behind my quota. Damn it, I've missed
Oh,
like
that's what I want to do. Let's have a whammy off. All right.
Okay.
So you start with a whammy. I'll do it. Then we'll keep.
Whammy, let's go.
Yeah, let's do a
Okay,
whammy.
whammy. Okay, wait. Do we start soft?
Yeah, we'll build
Okay.
up.
All right. Whammy.
Whammy.
Oh God. Whammy.
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 Whammy. that was Borat.
Whammy.
Whammy.
All right, you win. You win.
I was thinking about cool beans, but it's whammy.
Whammy.
Oh my gosh, so awkward. Yeah.
Does anyone have any questions they want to ask that they've been holding on to or anything like that?
Yes. Any questions? Also, I don't know. Any questions for Pretzel as well?
Me? Why me? Do you? Okay, Sophie, do you have any questions?
Oh, yeah. Like, what is actually? I do. Like, you know, how do you think? Like, what words of wisdom do you have for me from here? Because yes, maybe I might be doing well on Twitch, but
Let's cut the shit. You're doing much better than I am. Yes, I get it. Yeah.
no, but you obviously are a quite insightful person. You know a lot about this industry and streaming, and you know, what is your like word of advice for me? Like, I don't want to be like, I want to keep this consistent, and I want to grow consistently. What is your advice to a streamer that might find themselves in my position?
Lean into, find what works, lean into it, learn from things that don't work. Don't let short-term failures dictate your course of action. Those are the big things I've learned. Like, it's so easy to, when you have a down day, a down week, a down month, to think like, oh, I need to change things then. It's so easy to think that that a lot of stuff in Twitch, which is either luck-based or outside of your control, it's easy to think that, to fall into the mindset that it is something you can control. And it's something that you can manipulate or something that you can change in order to fix. And there's just so much of it that isn't. I don't know how much... I don't know if people realize just how much of this is luck-based. And, like, you know, like, there's a good amount of it that is, like, networking, quality content, growing, you know, the actual, like, you having a good personality, clicking with people, developing a good community, right? That's all stuff that is within your control. But there is just going to be days where, like, and weeks where no one shows up, really. You know, you're going to run into periods where, like, everyone is all excited for one game, and then you switch games and all of a sudden people disappear, things like that, right?
Yeah.
And it's so easy to let short-term failures dictate long-term expectations and whatnot. So that's my biggest thing, and that's something I am still working on, which is not letting short-term not failures, that's not the best way to put it, but short-term like bumps in the road and hurdles and things like that dictate how I go moving forward, because there is so much of this that is baked into consistency, and not just like consistent, like schedule, consistent, you know, timing and things like that, but just pushing through those rough times.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I've only been doing this for about a year, and there has been times like that, but I do, like you do as a streamer, get kind of thrown back when things kind of change, or like, you know, you do have these like hurdles come up, but 100%, like that's what I kind of, you know, it's good to have people like you around, where you can kind of like bounce off, you know, and you know, get the advice of people that have this experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the other thing that I'm learning more and more is to not rely on others to be your content. And what I mean by that is like not necessarily like memeing other people as a way of creating content and things like that. Finding ways to organically from yourself and from you and your community's interaction and things like that to develop that creativity. It's so easy to see what works, like, you know, something's working for someone else, and so you decide to emulate it. But if it doesn't come from your own internal creativity, then it comes off as less genuine and it doesn't land. I mean, I've had people take jokes and like channel redeems and stuff that I do, and they've, you know, used it themselves, and it's just different. You know what I mean? Like it depends on the comedic timing. It depends on the community and things like that. So there's nothing wrong, at least in my experience, from watching what people do, learning from it, and maybe finding ways that you can integrate that with your own spin and something that's more inherent to who you are. But like a common mistake I see people make, especially people that maybe are stagnating or looking for something to boost them up, is to see what other people are doing and basically just transplant it and expect the same results.
Yeah. 100%. I think that's what. Oh, yeah. Just I've been very mindful from the start. Like, you really do have to create this to like a brand and yourself. So I think that's part of the success as well, as just staying true to the stream's values and aesthetic, like everything that you have to think about. Has really just like cultivated the right thing for me.
Right. Well, what
So
would you say is kind of the ethos mission statement of your stream? I know you gave an elevator pitch, but I think maybe this is a slightly different question, which is kind of like the mission statement, the ethos that like you and your community share.
It's the accessibility to education. It's the sharing of knowledge between people from all over the world. And that is exactly what this is all about. It's that exchange. It's the accessibility. Like, I'm coming to people, like on equal footing, and that is that is the crux of it for me. Just I think it's pretty powerful.
No, definitely. Okay, what's something that I and your community don't know about you that you think we should know about you?
Oh.
Or that we might be surprised to know, that we might be surprised to learn.
What do they? I'm a Pilates instructor. There you go.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, really? Oh, by the way, how is veganism going, or how is like lean going into that?
Oh, it's difficult. Let me tell you, it's difficult. But you just try. Like, you got to start with small steps. 8-bit Val knows this. Yeah, start with small steps. Do your part. Yeah, I think it's a good thing. It's healthy. It's good for your soul. And also, I love cows, yet I eat them. I have no fucking idea why I do that. So.
Sarah asks, what's your favorite time period to study?
Well, it used to be ancient classical Greece, but it's changing like constantly because I'm studying different things every day on stream. The medieval period is, especially this game, the 100 Years War period is just fascinating to me. So much shit goes on. It's just like so much drama. I'm just like, wow. And it's more believable. Like ancient Greece, it's kind of like untouchable. It's like you can't really truly imagine yourself in that time and space, because it just feels like an entirely different world. But with like more recent history, I've been like really just finding that interesting. But can I ask chat? I don't know how long you want to keep this going.
Oh, we can keep going. As long as you want to, basically.
Oh, okay. Can we like see what viewers like kind of like want to learn more about? Like,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you
Yeah.
guys have any history questions, feel free to ask right now. Let's go. Get it. We'll give you guys a sample of what to expect on Sophie's stream.
Don't ask me about history, but what?
So Scalarva asked about mythical gods. Why is it Bacchus/Dionysus? I have a question. So how much?
Oh.
So you study and talk mostly about history, but how much of that delves into mythology itself? Because I know
Yes.
mythology is intrinsically tied to a lot of historical stuff. But
Exactly.
how much, like, outside of the historical context, how much do you like delve into mythology?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a lot of coming back to game development, they really lean into that like mythology of history kind of thing. Um, and so I am like pretty much forced to engage with it. I do want to engage with it, like it's interesting. But I try to give people like a historical context to the myth rather than just be like this is this fanciful tale, but like this is a tale that is pretty much describing to you that like yesterday we learned about green children that turned up in a weird like this English town. They were like had their skin was green and they didn't talk the language and like there was kind of like this myth around them kind of being like aliens or something like that. But there's also I think Darwin said in the chat that there was like a certain way that if you went out with your sheep during the day, if the children came with you, they would cover themselves in like this kind of foliage, like this herb or whatever that would color their skin green, and then they must have got lost if wolves had come by. So it's just I try to give a historical context to myth, and I try to see why and how the developers actually using this myth, um like Valhalla, fucking hell. Oh my god.
Do you want to go on
Can
a
we
mini
talk about
rant? Yeah, just go on a mini rant.
Okay, so I was super pumped for Valhalla coming out. So pumped. I had Darby McDevitt talking like, in interviews about how it was going to be so historically grounded. They weren't going to do anything like God of War, like very distancing themselves from like the myth of the of the Norse people. And then you get into the game and your character is sent to fucking Asgard and you're fucking Odin? Like, what is that shit? Like, what is that? I was like, ugh.
I'm curious.
Anyway.
I mean, I don't know much about the Assassin's Creed series because I've only played like 2 and 1. But how does that tie into like the Animus thing? If you're Odin, then how do you genetically how does it?
It doesn't make sense. Like, I'm sure it makes sense to like people that are, like know the lore of that game, but it doesn't make sense to anyone that's really coming into that. I don't know. Unless you're like a real big Assassin's Creed lore person, then maybe you could figure it out. But to me, as like coming from like the historical angle, it just didn't make sense to me. I just like and obviously it's a fantasy uh game more than it is like a historically accurate game, but don't advertise yourself as creating a game that is historical based. Like honestly their advertising was all around that, and that's why I was so pumped. And then they did the opposite, and their database, he was talking about how the database was going to go back to like the original way of like having a database where you can go in and learn about different things if you wanted to. But they just wrote the most generic descriptions with like these terrible jokes at the end of them. Oh my god.
You don't finish off like your dissertations and stuff with like a little like joke at the end or anything like that?
Exactly. It was like terrible. But this is coming from Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which I'm pretty sure you said you really liked a Discovery Tour, right?
I only did it for Origins, but I loved the Discovery mode in Origins. It's the only thing I did in it.
Oh yeah, like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, although it's a really long game, was the pinnacle of educating someone about history. Like they had geolocations of like actual places where you could go and you could click on something and learn about the place. You
Yeah,
could stand
absolutely.
in that place. And then you have Discovery Tour as well, where you are educated
Mhm.
like in depth.
It's like a
And
living
then
museum.
Exactly, and then you can, like, look at actual fucking artifacts, pictures of the artifacts, but then you come
Uh-oh.
to Valhalla, and yeah, I know, this like, I'm gonna finish this up pretty quickly, but then you come to Valhalla, and it's like, where is this detail?
Well, there's
It's
no
gone.
discovery mode in it, right? Like, that's a later thing they're
Yeah.
adding.
Even, like, outside of discovery mode with Odyssey, you can, like, look at an artifact and learn about the artifact in-game, like, it's going from one extreme to the other, and they just rushed that game big time. They rushed it out. It's a travesty. It's a fucking travesty. Sorry for swearing.
Oh, no, you can.
I'm
I don't care.
I'm Australian.
I don't care. Do you want me to share with you one of my favorite historical things?
Yes, please.
Have you ever heard of the Dancing Plague?
No.
All right.
I'm ready.
The Dancing Plague of 1518 was a cause of dancing mania that occurred in Strasbourg, Alsace, I think that's how you pronounce it, in the Holy Roman Empire.
Yeah.
Somewhere between 50 to 400 people took dancing for days.
Oh my god.
The outbreak occurred in July 1518 when a woman began to dance fervently in the streets of Strasbourg. Historical documents, including physician notes, cathedral sermons, local and regional chronicles, and even notes used by the Strasbourg City Council, are clear that the victims danced. It is not known why.
Wow. Yeah, they're looking at modern theories here. They're talking about food poisoning,
Stress-induced
or
mass hysteria.
stress-induced. Yes.
Yep.
That is so interesting.
And
Shit,
the only reason I know about this is because, and now I'm getting into my film nerd stuff, so I apologize.
Yeah, let's go.
There is a film by Jonathan Glazer, who's one of my favorite directors, called Strasbourg 1518. So it's named after that. But what it is it's a short film filmed by people during the COVID outbreak, professional dancers that filmed themselves dancing in their lockdown apartments and stuff.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Yeah, that looks like hysteria.
So it's basically like the mass hysteria or the stress caused by the outbreak and stuff like that. So
Wow. Incredible.
yeah.
Yeah. I did a film degree as well, by the way.
Did you? No shit. Oh my god.
That's why yeah. But I'm not a huge like film buff like you.
No, well, tell me more about that. I didn't know you got a film. Well, so like, what inspired you to get into that? Like, okay, well, just explain it. I don't even know where to begin with it. Just explain it.
Yeah, so I came straight out of high school. I was like, I literally went into a course and I was like, okay, I'll do business admin and then I'll start like a studio. Like literally sat inside a class of like accounting students and I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I had then enrolled in a film degree, right? And yeah, I studied in Sydney, and yeah, it was great. I am a very creative person, so
I can tell, yeah.
Yeah, I was super into cinematography, and yeah, created content through there. And then after that, of course, like it's the struggle of trying to find a job in the industry.
Oh yeah,
Especially
absolutely.
in Australia, like it's pretty messed up. It's not messed up. It's just it's difficult. And I decided from that point, like this isn't. I was like I had my own wedding company, like where I'd film weddings. Uh, shit, I've lived like so many different lives, but
You have.
yeah.
Oh my god. Like what okay, so what was the path to where you are now? Like we'll start like end of secondary school to now. Like can you just give like a brief synopsis of like the path from there to here?
Right. Like the different lives of SophieQuests. Okay, high school, art student in an all-girl rock band. you know, goes into a film degree, just wants to be a director, a cinematographer. Uh, decides, you know what? Let's go and find a real job. I go and try to become a teacher, art history. Then I get fascinated by history. And I'm like, let's be, a boss ass lecturer in university, travel the world kind of thing. And then I was like, I got to, anyway, I did my honors degree. blah, blah, blah. Went really well with
Oh,
that.
just
And then
just throw that in there. Honors degree. So
honors degree, first class honors. Let's go. And then I was like, Twitch. And pretty much my entire life before Twitch is a culmination of everything that I could feed into Twitch
mm,
as a streamer. Like everything that I've learned over that life. And I'm still young, obviously, but it's just a culmination of everything that I went into. I decided not to go ahead with my PhD. I can always do that later on in life as well. And it would be super interesting to actually look into education and games and
mm.
history, perhaps one day. But yeah, at the moment, I'm just dedicating my life to the Twitch stream, dabbing everywhere. Let's go.
Let's do a dab off now. All right, we'll do a dab / whammy off. All right.
Is it slow dab whammy?
Slow dab whammy.
Okay.
Whammy.
Whammy. Okay, whammy.
Whammy. And then whammy.
Whammy.
And then whammy. Let's go.
Whammy. That was a bit much. Let's go. I took that way too. That went off too.
It did. Yeah, that's fine.
It's the coffee.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I'm caffeinated as well. Let's see. I think we had some more questions. If I missed them, I'm gonna try to grab them again.
Thanks everyone for being here as well.
No, absolutely. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're all here, and I hope you guys, even people that are from Sophie's community, are learning something new, or they're getting better insight into your favorite streamer. The next,
I don't really talk to them about my stream, like I don't talk to them about what I'm doing, like behind the scenes. I don't tell them that I want this to be like a full-time thing.
No, I was going to ask. I didn't realize that. Yeah, you're working this towards a full-time gig, basically.
Yeah, 100%. That would be amazing. Obviously, I think that most of us would want that as streamers, wouldn't we? Do we? I don't know. Yeah.
Sophie streams. Oh shit! Sophie streams. Hold on, let me pull up. Does the clips work now? I don't have the self promo alert here. Sorry, guys. So what is okay? Let me ask you. What's your opinion on Australian history, or do you like?
Oh yeah.
Have you delved? Have you delved much into? I'm sure as part of your education you did, but like, what?
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
No, that's it.
Okay. So Indigenous history is something that I try to talk about a lot on my stream. Not a lot on my stream. It doesn't really come up often, but I do want to make a point of talking about it when I'm streaming. So Australian history is obviously we have a complicated past. So speaking about Indigenous Australian history within my stream has been like just an amazing way of representing our Indigenous First Peoples and also just combating because I have Australian viewers. Combating the education system that we have at the moment, the curriculum that we had at the moment that teaches us that, Captain Cook was the first person to arrive in Australia and, colonialism and all that crap. So I've had some pretty damn educated discussions with viewers about our First Nations peoples and it just makes me that's the most amazing thing about the stream is having these conversations. And I have had such respectable conversations with people that don't necessarily know that how these people are dispossessed and how they continue to be in our society. But also I try to remind people that I learned this in a university. I did not learn this in high school. I did not learn this in primary school. I'm on the same level as them, and I tell them that I come from a very privileged kind of area where I've been able to get an education on this, and this is my way of
But you had to go out of your way. You had to take the initiative to learn that.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, that's true as well. But this is my way of like, combating the accessibility of like certain histories and yeah, like I've said, yeah, the accessibility of education and representing histories that are complex and not often spoken about.
Right.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Try, Leanne.
All
Yeah.
right, let's see if this
Thank
works
you.
now. Let's see. Nope. Okay, so
Let's get
clips
to the
aren't working
funny
for
shit.
anyone apparently. So
What?
there goes that. There goes that segment. I hope you guys. I hope you guys had
Wow.
have enjoyed maybe the concept of clips without actually seeing them. So I
Do
apologize.
you want me to share my screen? Or would that work? No.
No, I it's a Twitch thing.
Twitch.
Mocha said that she couldn't clip anything, and Brock said he can't, or they can't access any clips.
Wow. Twitch.
Oh, you know what I just discovered? There's a extension I'm gonna start using, and I found this out through Fennel. It's an extension for Chrome and Firefox. I don't know if you'd be interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch chat pronouns.
Oh, what?
So people, when you sign up for it and you add it to Chrome, it displays people's pronouns at like next to their badge.
That's amazing. I need that. Yeah, 100%. I need that.
I absolutely need it. Yeah, Val, so I know, since I have it installed, I saw Bella has it. So I was able to see Bella's pronouns.
Twitch chat pronouns.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. Download that.
Yep. So, and like you can
That's always like a difficult thing as a streamer as well. It's like, I'm sorry, sometimes I catch myself assuming that everyone's a male in my stream all the time. It's messed up. It's so bad.
That's interesting coming from a woman streaming though, to assume that everyone's man.
Mm.
Like I guess I assume that, but like that's just like
Like I don't like assume, but like most, it's just a flaw. It's a flaw of mine, and I've really got to fix it. Where I just say like he or yeah, it's fucked up. So I'm trying to be better, chat. Trying to be a better person.
Yeah, let me
So
see.
thank you,
Actually,
Rachel.
that's a great
That'll help me out.
point. I can check your Discord, Darwin said. So I don't know if you have your bot up. I can probably just pull up. Maybe I can do because I don't think I'm a member of your Discord.
Yeah, you can. I can send you an invite.
Oh, look. Hey, check this out.
Oh, hello. I'm sharing you.
There you go.
Hello. Whoa.
I subscribed.
What? You subscribed to me?
Yeah, it's my anniversary.
Hang on a second. You're now an official inquisitor.
Oh shit!
Yes, I have a new blade for this. This one's a bit sharp, so you better be careful now. I'm slowly seeing myself. Wait, hold on a sec. Now, I know that you need to come forward, pretzel punch. And I won't get you on your knees because that's a bit awkward.
Yeah, that might be a little weird.
Come forward. Now, an official inquisitor of the archive. And you have what am I going to get you to do? You've got to post a picture.
Hold on. Let's just rewind a bit. I'm not gonna get you on your knees, but what am I gonna have you do? What am I gonna have you do?
I'm gonna have you post a picture of pretzel of the past.
Oh God!
In my Discord, you have to, I want to see them jeans.
Okay, yeah, I will.
I want to see those wide.
I'll see if I can find them. I don't know if I still. I don't have too many. I don't have too many pictures still. Oops, sorry. Oh crap! Everything disappeared. Sorry. That's
all right. I can see a serious question here from Garlic Broth. Sophie, how important do you think pop culture and entertainment has been in getting people interested? And do you think creators have a responsibility to balance entertainment and historical accuracy?
Good question.
That's a good question. Good question. Yes. Okay. So there's there is a responsibility in representing the past accurately. Um, it's even though I enjoy games that provide alternate histories, but when you have games like Valhalla that flagrantly that's the word, portray a people as like the heroes of a narrative, and not portray you know the complexity of being slave traders and straight out murdering people. uh it's you are damaging society. I 100% believe that they are damaging society by releasing content like that. So developers definitely have a responsibility with representing history, and they have no excuse for discluding that aspect in the game. Yeah, I could go into this further, but I'll leave this to
No,
Pretzel. But
going back to Assassin's Creed, that's how I felt about Assassin's Creed 3. Um,
yeah, Black Flag, is that it?
no, that's 4. 3 is the
Oh,
one that takes
okay.
place in America,
Yeah.
where
What are they? I haven't played
you
it.
play as a Native American who happens to be wanting to help George Washington and all these people.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yep, it's not about Native Americans like securing their land back or fighting back against that.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, exactly. So
There's no excuse.
so you've been playing Civ 6 lately.
Yes.
How fucking mad have you gotten at that game?
Not yet, because I'm learning it. I'm like kind of ignorant to the game. But oh my gosh. I'm sure I'll have a moment with it. But honestly, also guys, the Civilization community, hello SAS. SAS is from the Civilization community. They are amazing people, and definitely go check out their content. They have been so supportive to my stream as well, by the way. I don't know. Anyway, so Civilization is like a really good game to just chill out with at the end of the week, I've found as well. It's fun.
Yeah, I brought this up. I forget when I said or it was earlier in my stream. Not that I stream, but it was earlier in my stream where I asked my viewers. I said that Meg had only seen me rage at one game. I don't get mad at games. And she's only seen me get mad and yell and stuff at one game. And I tried to get chat to guess what game it was, and it was Civ 6. It is the only game I've ever gotten absolutely furious at. Because it's just, you think you're doing so well, and then all of a sudden Germany, in their little fog of war,
they just launch off, and you're just like, where the hell did this all come from?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, it's such a hard trudge. Like the other day I was trying to invade like a French city or something, and I had like my ballista, or not my ballistas. Yeah, I think I had ballistas, something like that. And I was just like, it's taking me so long, and I had to give up. I had to retreat and give up. It was so heartbreaking. I was like, I tried.
Mm-hmm.
Seth knows this, but yeah, it's a good game. You really have to think about it.
Very good. It is. It's one of those games that I put way too much time into. It's so easy to just one more turn, just one more turn, just one more turn.
Yeah. I played it when I was like in high school, and I played Age of Empires and that stuff. I just remember just going for it.
I hear puppies. Do you want to tell us about your puppies for anyone that doesn't know your puppies?
Oh yeah, I'm babysitting one. I have 3 dogs, guys. I know you guys probably have seen them on stream, but I've got my parents' dog that I adopted. He's like 16 years old, and he's very grumpy, and he barks at me on stream all the time. And I've got 2 puppies called .com and Toby, who are just absolute wonderful doggies. I love them so much. Yeah. I don't know. That's yeah. They're dogs. No.
Like Fox.
Yeah, they're like fox, they're like dogs. No, yeah. I don't know. Puppies are cute. How's your puppy going?
She's doing great. She's upstairs right now, but yeah, she's been sleeping and stuff like that. She's 3 months old, so you know how it is. She's got a new phase she's going through.
Yeah.
which is when she poops, she likes to pick up the poop with her mouth and carry it around.
Oh, yep. Yep. My
So,
one did that too.
yeah. So, how long did it take for her to get over that?
After like a year.
No. God
Yeah.
damn it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the puppy stage. It's definitely a puppy stage.
Oh, yeah.
They are so difficult to take care of when they're in that stage. But yeah, I remember my little one .communist as well sometimes. So she she would just like get so overexcited that she'll just pee herself. Like she just
Yeah.
had that, like instinctively would get home and she'd just be like, I'm gonna go now. Like so but after a year she's like really mellowed out. Once is your dog a female or a male?
Yeah, it's a female.
I honestly there's like this temperament with female dogs that is just so beautiful. Like she's just mellowed out in the most like beautiful way. She's so just like independent and wise
Yep.
and oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful
That's what
yeah,
happened to our poodle after 5
Yeah.
years.
5 years.
Yeah, after 5 years, she's finally settled down and
It's
isn't absolutely
beautiful.
insane. But
Yeah.
so Jarvis asked a question. We kind of answered it before, but she's asked a more detailed version of it, which is if you could base a game in any historical setting, what would it be and what genre? We didn't ask the genre. I think we kind of talked about what setting, but
Yeah. I mean, I think the like is a point and click a genre? I don't know.
yeah, like Procession to Calvary is a point and click.
Yeah, point and click kind of experience. I let's get we need stories told for minority communities. Like there's no specific event, but that is exactly what I want to see come out. Just where you can, like with Valiant Hearts, you get to know different people along the way, very intimate kind of moments with the individual, and we just need more of that in games. And maybe one day I'll be able to create a game like that. That would be pretty cool.
Do you want to? Are you working towards that? Is that something that you actually want to do?
I would be open to it. I'd be open to working with developers and that 100%.
As an advisor?
Advisor, yeah. Like I actually applied for a job with Ubisoft once, but then Fox told me that I shouldn't because they get a bit handsy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. That's a great way of putting it. Yeah.
But yeah, you can work as that's another job that you can get. You can be an advisor, but you do have to. I think they'd have to be pretty big companies for them to be able to pay actual historical advisors throughout development. But I would do it for free.
You know who my favorite historian is?
Who?
Peter Weller. Do you know who Peter Weller is?
Let me look him up. I'll show you mine after this. Oh my gosh. He's an American film and stage actor, television director, and an art historian. Look at this guy.
Yep, Peter Weller. He's RoboCop.
Right? Oh my gosh. What? He's an art historian?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he is. He got his PhD in art history.
Oh, love it. Yeah, look. It's the way to go. It really is I don't know. Yeah, that's so cool. I didn't know that.
I think I was watching like a show about like I think like the Colosseum or like Roman buildings, and he was the historian that they brought in to talk about like how the Colosseum worked and stuff like that.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, that's another thing that I would love to do, hey? Like, imagine if I could travel, like have like a meetup with like as a guide, like and host kind of like tour groups looking at locations within a certain game,
Mm-hmm.
in the actual like place and discussing the game as well as that's another like I have big dreams. I have wild dreams, but imagine if
Feel
I could
free
do
to
that.
talk about them. I'm curious. Yeah, I'm sure other people are curious.
Yeah, I mean, even just creating content like that would be pretty interesting. Like traveling to the place and discussing the game and showing people like that, like immersing people in the actual environment and discussing the historical context and all that. I think that would be pretty interesting to watch. I would watch that.
Yeah. One thing I didn't ask you about that I meant to is kind of like we talked about your background and with the fascination with history and stuff. What's your background on just like gaming in general? Like, did you play games a lot when you were younger? Is it something that you got into later?
Yeah, I've played games like since I was like a young girl. I had a Sega, which I call it a Sega. It's an Australian thing, I
Sega?
think.
Yeah.
Sega, you know? I
Sega
had a
Genesis.
Sega.
Sega
Yeah.
Master System.
Yeah. Yeah, I would play like cute games on that, and then my brother was like had like PlayStations, so I'd like watch him playing Final Fantasy, and I'd play all like the demo CDs with like that one with the alien dude, and he like gets high on happy gas, like eggs exited anyway.
Oh, if we could
What's, like,
clip
the
that, that
green
would be
alien
that would be your
dude?
new sound when you enter. Is just that you just
And then yeah, I would play. I had an Xbox. I'd play Halo and shit like that. Like I've been like a gamer. Oh, this is like the question you always get when you're a female streamer as well. It's like, oh, you know, like how long you've been gaming for? Like I know it's an actual genuine question that you can ask male streamers, but like you always get tested on that kind of
yeah.
topic.
Well, and
Like,
I apologize if my question came off like that. I was more asking it in the sense of like whether the history came first
you're
or whether
interviewing
the
me right now,
gaming
and
came
that's
first.
yeah, exactly. You're interviewing me. It's very yeah, it's fine. So yeah, that's I just thought I'd bring that up because it's a yeah. If you're a guy, anyone. Oh look, there's my channel. Yeah.
Clips are
So
working again, so we'll get to
yeah.
these. But go ahead.
Well, yes, I played Halo, and then I got into Skyrim. I love Skyrim. I loved Skyrim, Fox. I loved like Fallout. Oh my gosh, Fallout is like one of my favorite games. Fallout New Vegas is one of my favorite games. And I've just been playing games my whole life, really.
So let's delve a little bit deeper into that then. So like, not Fallout. I don't care about that. But like about your experience. Like we talked about your experience as being a woman on Twitch. But what about like your experience as a woman gamer? Not
Yeah.
necessarily restricted to Twitch, but just in general.
Yeah. I mean, you get like I like in conversations with guys, like in like my real life, you get like this kind of they kind of assume you don't know anything about games, and they will kind of like talk. I don't know. There's a yeah, I've kind of been like dismissed a lot in conversations, but I've tried to like lately I've been like way more confident in discussing games with other like friends in my life.
When that happens, do
Yeah.
you feel like you have to prove yourself, or you just move past it and just ignore it?
Yeah, I definitely feel like I have to prove myself at the start, but then now I'm getting more like kind of interaction because they know I'm a streamer as well. So and I'm so involved in like games now that I have a lot more to talk about. Yeah. So it's easier. But like generally like I've like played games online, and like you get the guys that are just like,
Of
oh, you're a
course.
girl gamer and stuff like that. And you get the question like when was what game did you play when you were younger, or like if you're playing a game like I was playing Dark Souls and that you get a lot of I know you get backseating like no matter what gender you are, but
Oh no, but yeah, no, yes,
yeah.
no, I'll say it in case you're not willing to. The Dark Souls community sucks, and it sucks even more if you're an attractive woman that they can come in and they can like, you know,
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
Daddy.
gatekeep and like, or not gatekeep, but like kind of like backseat and like be your savior and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. I hated this one comment where I'm told a lot of people about this one, but it's like he came in and he said to me, "Use the blue vial to fucking," and I can't even think of the word now, which is kind of awkward. But like for like to
Yeah,
heat
the
your
Estes
mana.
fly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I was like, "You're kidding me, right?" He was like 100%, like, just I had been using it, like, the whole time as well. I'm like, "Oh my gosh," like, yeah, you get people like that. It's just like, ugh, but, oh well, it's
What?
easy to deal with.
Oh yeah, I imagine, especially like since you, like you said, since you've been developing your own confidence and stuff. Like, I imagine that like now it's like you don't even think twice about it. But was there a point where it did bother you, or that it
Yeah.
did?
Yeah, like like before like I've kind of come out of my shell with Twitch, I've ended streams crying. Like,
Really?
yeah, I had what a terrible experience with another streamer one time. Um and like I ended stream, yeah, and I would cry. And honestly, that's a reality of streaming as well. Like if you're naturally a person that is quite like I'm quite sensitive to comments that people make, and that's something that I've had to like kind of strengthen up within myself. Yeah, like I've had moments of weakness.
Mm.
With Rudy and Brock were there when it happened, and this streamer is disgusting, by the way. Oh my god, it's a whole story, but I'm not going to shit on the person in an interview.
No, no,
But
you don't have to. I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
but you just yeah,
it's Fox.
you
We all know
learn.
it's Fox. It's okay.
Yeah, it's Fox Plays calling me Sophie Quest and not Quests. How dare you, making me cry.
Um.
Mm.
So let's see. Fox said, "What about the guy that was full on lore dumping Dark Souls, even though you had no context to the world as you just started, and lore doesn't make sense until you finish the game?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was annoying. I had to like time them out because they just kept annoying me. It's yeah. Like I get that people are passionate about the game, and I went into Dark Souls expecting that. Don't go and stream Dark Souls and not expect this to happen. And like obviously interested in the lore and that, but yeah, it's like also yeah, just expect me not. Don't like people coming into my stream and being like expecting me a certain like level of knowledge. Like, yes, I present myself as a historical based streamer, but I don't know everything. I just that's
Oh,
actually my dislike.
unsubbed.
Yeah, exactly. They're like unsub. Like your yesterday, I had a lot of comments over like mispronunciations of words, um, and it really like I take that on board 100%. I try so hard to get things right. But yeah, you just get I don't know, comments like that. Oh, I don't know where that came from. What am I talking about?
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Brock has a good question. So, what
Yeah.
was there a moment since you started streaming where you had a moment of quitting streaming, and what was it that tipped the balance on continuing and growing past it?
Oh, was there a yeah.
So, like, what?
When
Yeah, like,
yeah,
was there a
okay.
moment like where you just like in like a moment like by yourself or whatever, like you just thought it's not worth it. It's not worth it. All these voices in
Oh,
the back of your head were trying to tell you not to keep doing it, but you decided to keep pushing through. And if you could explain that process.
yeah, that would have been when I was like deciding pretty much the future. Like my future, I just had this whole like moment at the start of 2020 where I was like COVID had broken out and I was like looking inwards a lot. And I was like, okay, like if I do go ahead with the PhD, I will have to put the stream aside. Like, am I willing to do this? And I wasn't. I wasn't because yeah, so quitting streaming has never really come into my mind. And the balance that was tipped was in that moment where I had decided to like commit myself. to streaming. Like if I'm going to commit myself to something that doesn't necessarily, it doesn't bring me a huge income. I commit a lot of and it doesn't bring a lot of Twitch streamers a huge income, but
No, we'll just clear the air. We're outside of like Poppy. No one's making money off of this. Not like a
no,
hefty amount.
exactly. So just to actually commit myself to that was like a huge turning point. It was more, and that's why much like you really just put everything into it because, it's a pretty, it's a brave decision. Like it's a big decision and it's a sacrifice at the same time. Like, it's like if you're taking it seriously, like there's different types of streamers, there's casual streamers and all that stuff, but this is, I see as is a career, and it is something like 100% I'm like will dedicate. I'm dedicated to it. I feel like I'm pitching myself to the stream, but
no, it's fine.
Honestly, this is like, so that's exactly like that turning point of like putting aside what a great dream of mine to be a professional in my area of like refugee movements, and that I put that aside, and I had a lot of backing behind me to go and do that, to put that aside and dedicate myself to something that my family don't really understand, and like friends are coming around to it, of course, but like your family don't really understand that. So
Don't understand? Is that the same as like not supporting?
That my dad 100% supports me, but most like older adults or whatever, they don't really understand the concept of Twitch. They probably think I'm like a on a girl cam website or
I was
something
about
like
to
that.
say that, yeah.
It's very sexualized when people think about me being online streaming, like outside of the Twitch community.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a female. But if you're a male, I don't know how what has your experience been?
Mine experience has been, well, I'll be completely honest, I don't interact too much outside of like my wife's family and stuff like that. So, and with other Twitch streamers and whatnot. But at least like when it comes to interacting like with my family and trying to explain it, like luckily my father, I don't have any communication with my mother, but with my father, I've tried to explain it to him and he tries his best to understand it. The first time, the first conversation we had after the fact, after I told him about it, he asked me like, "Hey, so how's that weird internet thing you're doing going?" So I tried to explain it to him. The way that I explained it to him was I basically am doing 6 hours of improv. And that's basically it. That it's 6 hours of improv, 5 days a week, 4 or 5 days a week.
I love it. Yeah. How good is it?
Yeah, it is. It's great.
You're so good at it.
Oh, well, thank you. This isn't this whole interview was a setup for Sophie to kiss my ass.
It's true. 100%. My dad is like he understands it now, but he always says to me, he's like, as long as it stays historical, which is his way of saying, I don't want to know if you're getting up to anything else other than educating people. And he's like, he still refers to me as like a teacher and like, oh, she's doing.
That's a great way of putting it, actually, is that you are. Yeah, no, you are. That's a great, like, that's a role that you are filling in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Like you're doing the improv, you're doing the entertainment and stuff like that, but you are in a lot of ways fulfilling the role of a teacher, especially for people that might have like a deeply rooted interest in history, but maybe like traditional education or something like that wasn't beneficial for them.
Yes, exactly. That comes back to accessibility. It's like, I'm not going to be like, well, I don't give people actual assessments or anything like that, but I make it accessible and entertaining, and and people don't shy away from it. I don't know if, Yeah, exactly.
Mocha has a great question. I was actually going to ask this, Mocha. Can you give a criticism to Pretzel Stream so that we know you're not just kissing his butt? I would appreciate that, actually.
Oh my gosh, a criticism of your stream.
Please. So just I'm not putting you on the spot. I did this when Poppy was on our podcast. I asked him to do the same thing to me and Fox. I asked him to give us a compliment and a criticism.
A criticism.
Or feedback.
Feedback.
Harsh, negative feedback.
Oh God, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this to me, Mocha? You know, this is like a general thing, but I would love to see more streamers. I don't know. You do actually no, you do that though. You talk about like the actual company that's created the game and everything, and you provide like some insight into the company. So you actually do this.
You said doo-doo. Guys.
Doo-doo.
Sophie said doo-doo, guys.
Sorry, I don't have any criticisms. Like,
oh, I know. I don't read chat well. I don't keep up with chat well. That's one.
The Sophie. Okay, there we go. Calipus says the Sophie video box is too small. Thanks.
Oh, is it? I can't fix that right now. But let me see if I fix it. There we go. That's a good criticism. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. All right. Is that better?
Hey, it's in my stream now.
It's
hey
her.
Guys, I'm Super Pretzel Punch.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
It is your stream. Let's watch some clips.
Yes.
While...
Violent fucking wave. Violent fucking wave chat.
Right, this is like the live feed to my
Let's go.
my right now. You can't see that it's actually
Sonic.
a little bit
I don't know. I don't even understand that. Wait. Okay. My criticism is I don't understand the Sonic thing. There you go. That's my criticism.
Oh, you don't understand the Sonic? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sonic. That's I hear you say it, but I'm like, what does this mean? Such a legendary clip. Yeah.
The Sonic thing, let's see. I don't know. The best way to describe it, I guess, is that I've gone on record that I don't like Sonic games.
There you go.
Where's my webcam at? Oh, sorry. Oh wait, it's down.
You should just put a line of text on your stream. This is just saying I don't like Sonic streams, Sonic games.
Well, I have a clip for like. Sorry, I have a clip for Kingdom Hearts when it comes to that in my break videos where someone was like, this was before I had a channel. This was before I had a channel point redeem for me to play Kingdom Hearts 3, and someone came in and they were like, oh, well, why do you have a channel point redeem for Kingdom Hearts 3? Is it because you don't, you know? And I'm like, it's a really long story, but I just hate Kingdom Hearts. And that was pretty much it. But like the Sonic thing is basically, like I don't like it, but I have played every single Sonic game on stream.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Committed. So, committed. Just committed to prove that I don't like it.
Yeah, fair enough. Hey, Haley.
Hi, Haley.
Yeah, hey, Haley.
Let's see. What's a good? Oh, the Violent Wave. That's a good one.
How are you? Hello.
There's a clip of like
How are
Slappy
you
Jack
today?
pretending to be a fly while I'm doing the violent fucking wave.
Oh
It's
yes,
pretty
yes. Let me find that. He told me about that this morning.
Damn it.
Oh, Slappy.
Damn it.
So I can give you it if you want.
Oh, I'm sure I can find it in his clips. Let's see here. I definitely want to find this. Oh, here we go.
What if I'm trying to dodge it?
How are you?
Oh shit!
Hello.
I'm dodging it! I'm dodging it!
Violent fucking wave.
I'm still going. Yeah.
Hi, significant other.
He was like, "Oh, how'd you go?" I'm still going. I'm enjoying this pretzel.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Fun. Yeah, good combo, bro. Good combo.
What if I'm trying to dodge it?
Yeah, look, he's a fly. It's funnier because it's lagging.
Oh yeah, because his bitrate just collapsed in on itself.
Yeah, it's funnier because He actually
I'm
looks
like,
like a
I'm a
fly when he like blurs
Ah,
that
she's
way.
trying to get me.
Um,
I just.
but yeah. So
Uh, anyone else have any more questions for Sophie? What kind of
any
coffee did you get?
questions? It was a caramel. I like having something sweet sometimes. Caramel latte. Oh, and I just got another drink actually popped up. I don't know where's the camera here. Okay. And so now I'm drinking 2 coffees this morning.
Oh,
And
crap.
yeah,
Extra
2
caffeinated.
coffees. I'm gonna be ready for stream this Arvo.
Are you playing, oh, here we go. I didn't hear, but which streamers would you like to do collabs with? Oh, that's a great, yeah, I'm sorry, I missed your question.
That's a great question. I would love to actually collab um with oh, drum roll.
Drum
No,
roll while
I've
she thinks
actually
about it.
no, yeah, I had this idea the other day to collab with Fox actually
Oh,
to because he was interested in talking about the history of a game in itself. So I thought that would be an interesting. I don't know if I told him that, or maybe it was just an idea in my mind. Most likely an idea. But I would love to collab with other streamers. The only thing I won't do is really just like create content that is like actually just like revolves around that. I want to keep this. You know what I mean? Where you
I
just like see streamers that create content around just streaming with other streamers. You know what I mean?
kind
I'm not
of.
that. I don't know.
Do you
Yeah,
do you
I don't.
have not like an example, you don't have to name names, but like something
No,
that you've seen like that reflects
it.
that?
Well, it's been problematic for me in the past with other streamers. Like, kind of like that was like the issue that I had with that other streamer where I had created like a community day, but it involved a lot of other streamers, and it came a bit um overwhelming actually.
Mm,
Uh, and so I kind of steer clear from that. It's not that I don't support other streamers, and it's not like that I don't want to, but I think more of a one-on-one thing would work better for me rather than yeah, just this I don't know. Yeah. It's not that I don't have I definitely support other streamers, but it's not something that works for my content.
hmm
Yeah. What about you? Do you think about that?
Kind of. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing it right now.
I
Uh,
mean, yeah.
I'm doing it right now. I had this
Mm,
idea. Um,
mm,
but yeah, like I mean, I do the podcast with Fox and stuff like that. For me, it's all about just like making
mhm.
sure that the person that I'm doing it with, I don't want someone too similar to me.
Uh-huh.
I want it to be someone that I have good chemistry with, that I feel
Mhm.
like we better each other.
Yes.
And so
Yeah.
like that we are able to create something that both communities can enjoy. That's what
Well,
that's kind of
yeah.
my goal.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, the way that you do it is it completely makes sense, and I see what you're doing. It's yeah, it's similar to what I kind of have imagined. Like with having other like just like like history professors on and then that,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's actually really great content to like actually delve into this kind of stuff. Yeah, super interesting, by the way. Yeah.
What are your okay? So what are some of your
Another
pet?
compliment. Hey.
I, this is the whole con, guys. The whole con is for me to bring people on to compliment me
Yeah.
instead of the bullying that I normally get. Um, so what are some of your Twitch pet peeves? So like not like creepy guys or anything like that, but like what are some like Twitch behaviors like that you see other streamers do? Like maybe you can separate
Ooh.
it into like things other streamers do that like that are like pet peeves, and maybe things that like viewers and other chatters do.
Pet peeves like in their own stream or like
Yeah, I
in
would say so.
yeah.
Yeah, like you're watching someone stream and it's something that kind of like turns you off from the stream or something like that.
Definitely uh like silence is um if you don't look, I mean, I've played games that I don't enjoy, but if you look unhappy or you're just like deadpan playing some MMO, like, oh my god, just play it offline.
Yeah.
Just play it offline. Like, also, yeah, I think that's one thing. I can't really think of other pet peeves. I don't really get annoyed by other people. I just try to stay in my own lane. But um, yeah,
What
unless like yeah.
what about things that like other streamers do that you know would not work for you?
Oh, other things that stream it. Are you able to give me examples of
Well, like
what
for example, I
like
talked about it on the podcast,
yeah.
like the channel point redeems that I have where like alerts pop up. Foxy admitted, and I agreed with
Oh,
him that like stuff like that would not work for his stream, right? Other
yeah.
things is like I don't give like a ton of shout outs to people because I don't want to fill my chat up with that, you know. Um,
Mm.
things like that.
That wouldn't work for me. Well, yeah, like I said, just playing like kind of with other streamers at the same time, just because of the nature of investigating live research kind of thing. It just wouldn't work for me at all because it would just be like just too much,
Hmm.
and I would get way too overwhelmed. Um, yeah, other things, um, I tried to go I'm trying to go because I got a Stream Deck, I tried to go into creating clips and that. I'm having fun with that, like, trying to, like, add that integration into it where you can, like, add a bit of humor and, like,
Hmm.
reactions and all that. Um, and I'm trying to make it I want to try and make it more historical, like, but there also comes a certain level of understanding that people have to have for that kind of content and knowledge. So it's like a line that you have to tread carefully with a stream like
Yeah.
that historical because you have to assume like what do people know and not know. So it's like it could be just jarring for someone to come into a stream and be like, okay, but what's this joke about, you know, King Edward's sex chair or something like that, you know?
I'm gonna
Like,
be
what is that?
googling. I'm gonna be googling that incognito later. Do
Yes.
you ever? So one thing that I was wondering is, do you ever feel like you're committed to your stream being dedicated to his like a historical basis and historical nature, right? Do you ever feel
Mm.
that that's too restrictive?
Oh. Yeah, I worry about this sometimes because I'm like, okay, well, how many games can I actually play? You know what I mean? It's like how many historical based games will I get through until I've done like played them all, and then I'm waiting for something else to come out, and so it's limiting. Um, yeah, shit. Oh god. So no, I'm
Oh
gonna
no,
have
are
to
you
change.
panicking now?
Yeah, no, I'm joking. No, but I can think of revisiting games, like, there's games like the Plague Tale, which I played when I was much smaller that I would love to revisit now that I have, like, a greater understanding of how to create the content that I want, and yeah, so I would definitely be able to revisit things, yeah, that's what I'd worry about.
Yeah, I agree. Mocha, she's
So
having. You guys are witnessing a live existential crisis. A
live
live
extra oh
a,
my god.
a streamer existential crisis.
There is
Um,
not an infinite game, no.
we have other questions. Fox asks, "What do streamers do that make you not want to go back to them?"
No, I don't really enjoy loud streamers, like, really intense streamers. I can be loud. I know that I can be loud, but, what? Pretzel, you aren't a loud streamer, though. I've been in channels where it feels like I'm gonna freaking like, my mind's about to explode, and also, it's hard for me to, go into larger communities and kind of, like, have a place there. It's difficult to, like, merge yourself with a community. Even though you might like the streamer, it's very difficult to come off as a streamer as well, it's very hard to come off as a genuine viewer, like,
Hmm.
you're not just there for self-promotion or something like
Yes.
that,
Hmm.
and, like, I felt that, like, coming into your stream, into Fox stream, like I felt like, oh, like I hope they don't think I'm like, hey guys, like just pop it in. Hey, it's me, SophieQuests.
Hey guys, just dropping my hi. All right, bye.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, bye.
Yeah.
Like I think about that all the time. It's not a thing that I like. You definitely do. Like, yeah, people will fucking that's what streamers do as well. But I try to do it with streamers that I actually freaking enjoy, and I know that my community will actually vibe off, and like it would just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I do. So
yeah.
how much are you how much are you starting to realize, and what is your opinion on kind of the Twitch game? You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
like the kind of meta narrative of Twitch. The networking, the lurking many channels, the, you know what I mean? Like the high school nature of so much of it.
I at the start, I would lurk so many people. Like so many people, that was my game. Like I'd lurk people, I'd be like, lurk, 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 lurk. And then like I was like, hang on a second.
I love lurkers, by the way.
But I do still lurk people now. I'd love to just, it makes a difference. If you're a lurker, you 100% makes a difference. Please lurk me. Thank you. Please close up my face.
That's the advertisement. Yeah, everyone lurk Sophie. Yep.
Thank you. No, but it's but then I kind of started realizing this isn't enjoyable. Also, I think I really started interacting with Australian streamers as well, which was, I mean, honestly, when I first met Fox as well, like and that is very recent actually. I think it's been like 3 months or something. But coming across Fox, coming across you, I did come across you before Fox actually.
You did, and I don't think I made a great impression when you did.
No, yeah, I came into your stream. I did not tell you I was a streamer, and then you kind of like angled it out of me. Like
I do. I remember that. Yeah, I was playing Siphon Filter, which is a terrible game.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Did I self promote or I hope
No,
I
don't think you did.
Yeah,
no, I think I think what it was I think I had seen you around before.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I like had watched your stream, but like I knew of you, and so I think that was the context of me asking.
Yeah, okay, that's nice of you. Thank you.
It's nice of me to gloss over your self promotion.
Yeah. But yeah, now that I'm like I feel like I am a part of the community, and there's so many people out there that like it's not like, while I have a community of my own, there is a larger community out there that I just absolutely love. And like it's been so enjoyable to get to know like Fox's community, your community, and just all the wonderful people that hang around. Like it really is what makes the stream, just being able to talk to people that are just wonderfully nice people that want to know how you're going. And I'm so excited to see. And like, I love coming into your stream when I'm in the morning, waking up and drinking my coffee and watching your streaming, hanging out with everyone there. And like, Fox, before I go to bed at 10:30, a suitable time. But yeah, that's how I've been.
Oh, wait, Sophie, you did self-promote. Mocha found the evidence.
No, you asked me though. No. Did it?
There we go. Self-promotion quest.
I am an historian IRL, and I play historical based games on my channel. Jeez. No. In the words of Ink Slime, not like this.
Thank you, Mocha. Thank you, Mocha.
Not like this.
Oh no, not like these. No.
Yes. Oh my god, no.
Day one, Sophie promotes. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you asked me though. I 100%. Oh my god, I wouldn't have done that.
We have evidence that says otherwise.
Did I just like come into the chat and I was like, I am an historian IRL?
Oh, no, I'm sure. Like I'm sure that I was like, hey, SophieQuests, welcome in. I think I've seen you around before. Can you like tell me a bit about yourself? And you're like, I stream.
I just read.
I stream.
Historian.
Historic.
Kill me now! No!
I remember it very vividly, yes.
Oh my gosh. No! I'm dying inside right now. Anyway.
There was a couple other questions. I did find the clip you're talking about. We might as well watch this real quick, the death whistle.
Oh yes, the death whistle. Okay, wait. We need to give people a warning.
Okay.
If you like, because honestly, someone got mad at me the other day for this. They were like, "You actually, like disturbed me." I got in trouble.
You might, if you are disturbed easily by sounds, you might want to mute until. I'll click off the clip when we're done. This is your warning.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I've already been corrupted. Let's go. I can't hear it, but oh well.
Oh my god.
If you enjoyed the video,
if you enjoyed the death scream. Oh my god. Yeah, you can unmute now.
Yeah, unmute now. Unmute now. It was beautiful. It's actually messed up. Because we watched we actually thought that was a joke. Like, that was like, just one of those videos that just, want to catch you out. But that's real.
Goes by Rudy has a question. What steps the past year have you taken to make your stream more inclusive for cultures and people with all kinds of backgrounds in this ever-progressing world?
Yeah, I mean, what I'm doing is I'm trying not to steer away from complicated discussions. So it is difficult, but I definitely don't want to steer away from discussions like that. So I have been leaning into conversations that are difficult to have on stream. It's very difficult to talk about this because, I'm a white Australian woman, very privileged in my life. But I think that if I was to avoid that, I would just hate myself. I would hate it.
But
I hate myself.
So this was another thing that I wanted to talk to you about was you obviously are educated in this stuff very well, or at least, you have a lot of, even if you're not very specifically familiar with a subject, you have a lot of just general context, which is, I think, what your education and stuff provides you. So how do you deal with, I'm sure you've had to deal with, and if you can give examples or if you feel comfortable giving examples of people in chat that like really push back on like narratives, like historical narratives, or push back on facts, or push back on like the perceptions that you have with regard to history?
Yeah. Well, luckily I haven't had anyone kind of racist in my stream, which is really surprising to me.
Yeah, so like as an extreme example, like people that don't believe the Holocaust is real. Like that's an example, like a very, very extreme example. But like then you have like all the way at the other ends of the spectrum and stuff, right? People that like, want to argue with you about like historical context and historical accuracies and things like that.
Yes. I went into this expecting that sort of person to come in my stream and speak up. So it's so weird that I haven't had that experience yet.
Really?
I've had some like, yes, and you see so much of it online, like with his historical content, like Instagram pictures where you see the comments and they're just like entrenched in this like Discord, like this there's a lot of hatred around history. There's people attach different ideologies to history, and I weirdly haven't experienced it. But I'm ready for it, and I don't think it's. I mean, Yeah, what was the question? Sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. It was mostly about like just like how you would, or if you've had to deal with people that just like
Yeah,
push back
if
on
I had
like that
pushback,
historical
pushing
context and
back.
stuff.
Yeah, I think the most kind of pushback that I get in terms of the like discussing history is, um, yeah, the level of knowledge that I have. They like command that I have like uh and a knowledge beyond what I actually have. So they expect me to be like a specialist or someone that really knows the topic. Um, so that has been quite hard to that's been like a bit of like tension in the chat with viewers before because they're like, okay, so why is this white girl just like talking about something that she doesn't really understand? Uh,
You
definitely
keep bringing up that you keep bringing up your
white
race and
privilege.
gender, and
Yeah,
I understand
it
why.
hits.
I'm wondering. My follow up question is: do you believe a lot of that is misogynistic?
Ah. I'd really thought of that. I think no. I think actually no, guys, don't come into my stream. I mean, you definitely get that in like the like in academics, you get treated differently as a female historian, and you're not expect like they don't really expect you to know a lot. I guess that you kind of get that. Actually, no, you do get that. But uh it's oh god, I lost lost my train of thought. But yeah, I'm so sorry.
No,
I'm
no,
so sorry.
please. You take as much time
Uh,
as you need to gather your thoughts about this, because I know I'm kind of
yeah, like it's
blindsiding you with it, but like it's just something I
no,
noticed that and it's worth bringing up, right? Like you're talking about a lot of different cultures and a lot of different histories, and you keep
exactly.
mentioning your perspective. And I do this a lot too when it comes
Yeah,
to in my community. I like to make sure that it's obvious that we are inclusive of the LGBTQIA plus community. And I
yes.
always preface this by saying I'm an ally, but I'm a white cis male, like
Yeah.
hetero, and like I can't understand like from a
No.
personal experience that stuff, right? And so, but you keep bringing have referenced many time your
Yeah, you do.
position, your
You
perspective as a white woman when it comes to
yes.
talking about history and stuff. And so I was wondering, especially with regard to this topic we're talking about now, where people possibly challenging you or
Yeah.
challenging your knowledge or wanting to
I
conflict with certain things, if you believe that that is rooted in misogyny.
mm, yeah, it can be. It can be rooted in misogyny. But it's not always that. And I'm like I'll be always open to it. And I think the reason why I mention these things is because um like you really do have to explain where you're coming from when you're discussing history as an historian. That's always something that you really have to consider, like your own bias and
Oh, okay.
everything.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
so it's like my responsibility to tell someone like I'm not, you know, I would much rather you go and learn off like actual like resources developed by indigenous peoples, like if we're talking about that topic, rather than come to me. So I think actually that's something that I could probably do more of is actually steer people to content that supports these groups out there that are creating that type of content. I think that would definitely be an improvement. So I think yes, it's there's that contention in chat with how much I know and how who I am as a person coming and explaining history to people, but coming back to I'm here on an equal footing with you. I will hear you out as much as I will speak to you. Is genuinely how I want to approach my stream um, because I have so much to learn. Yeah, yeah, from other
Do
people.
you get the historian version of Dark Souls nerds? And what I mean
Haha,
by that
no,
is people that like want to prove or like whatever that they're like the ultra history nerds.
Yeah, I did have that one person in the chat that was like, "This is the law," and like slams their fist down. Yeah, you definitely get that kind of like, they're coming from the top down towards me, right, kind of thing. But I respect that. Like, I know there's a lot of passionate people out there in the world that love their history, that have revolved their whole lives around it. So I expect these different personalities with history. Luckily, not come across like a neo-Nazi in my stream or anything like that, but
Oh, I
I'm
did.
ready for it. Especially because I love classics and everything. I am totally familiar with that kind of community. And I just have to be ready for that kind of interaction.
Mm-hmm. No,
Luckily.
I had a neo-Nazi once.
Really?
Yeah, it was someone came into my stream and was like, "Oh, I sent you a message. I want you to check out my game. Like play it on stream." And like I didn't know anything about him, and I was like, "No, I'm not going to. And this isn't the right way to do it, right?" And so I looked into it, and it was like a legit neo-Nazi. And like the game they wanted me to play was like some like Aryan Nation kind of bullshit game.
There's games like that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So we'll do a last call for any last questions that you guys have before I even.
Any last questions?
Yeah, before we get to them, in case we do have any final questions. Sophie, thank you so much for agreeing to do this.
Okay.
Thank you so much for telling your community about this. I hope your community learned a lot about you. I hope that people in my community that are, I'm pretty sure most of the people in like my community are fans of you already and watch you. And if they're not, then you better watch or else I'm gonna get mad.
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 I'll get mad.
But like, yeah, and I hope that you, more than anything, like I hope that a lot of people got a chance to learn about you, and that this helps like people realize just how quality you as a streamer are, as a person, and at least from like the short time that we've gotten to know each other has been like exceptional. It's been nothing but positive, and
nice.
I'm hoping to keep going with that.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you so much for having me on here and like giving space for me and and discussing pretty important topics that I really did want to talk about. Like especially as a female streamer, I think our voices need to be heard a bit more. And yeah, thank you so much for allowing me to be here and discuss these things with everybody. Yeah, Pretzel, you're an amazing person.
No, this isn't to kiss. No, we're gonna.
Yes,
no.
I'm gonna kiss your butt. And yeah, your community are so blessed to have you. Blessed. Hashtag blessed to have you.
They would argue otherwise, but I appreciate the sentiment.
That's okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me, guys, and thank you in the chat for like actually listening to my rantings tonight.
Hashtag white girl, hashtag blessed. Yep.